This is 97.3 and 107.9 The Rock, and at 4:30, just in about a minute, Portland, Oregon singer-songwriter Nick Gamer's atmospheric cinematic debut, Suburban Cowboy. I think you'll like it a lot. It's a mix of alt-country, Americana, indie rock. There's mournful pedal steel, and I think the ghost of Graham Parsons, and it's all set in a world of midnight truck stops and neon signs. Nick Gamer is playing a free Sunday, October 16th, 7 p.m. show at the Siren in Morro Bay. Did you hear that? Nick Gamer, free Sunday, October 16th, 7 p.m. at the Siren in Morro Bay. There is someone opening. I can't remember his name, but Nick is going to tell us. Hello, Nick. Welcome to Tuesday Lunch with Abe.
Hey, this is Nick.
Hi, Nick. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I can't hear you real well. Talk a little louder, perhaps.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so you're on the road right now. You're up in you're in Northern California. Is that where you are?
Today's the first day of the tour, and we are playing Eugene, Oregon. We just came down from Portland today.
Wow, that's really Northern California.
Yeah.
Well, Eugene, where are you playing?
We're playing at Old Nick's, the pub, kind of a punk bar down in Eugene.
Yeah, are you looking forward to this tour?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's been it's the first tour for this album, so yeah, we got a great band going on.
Oh, and I wanted to thank. Actually, I'm thanking you because you reached out to me on Facebook, I think it was, and I know that you're playing. One of the main reasons we're doing this is because you're doing a show this Sunday, October 16th, a 7 p.m. show, a free show at the Siren in Morro Bay, and you've got, is it Johnny Burke opening for you? No.
We're playing. We're Johanna Rose is playing. She's actually also our bass player. So.
Oh, great! That's great. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
and Joanna, I've heard some of her music as well. Exceptionally talented person, and you've got a new album, which I just really like it, man. Thank you for reaching out. It's called Suburban.
Cool.
Suburban Cowboy, and I'd like to play a track and then come back and chat. This one is the lead-off track. It's called Pale Horse. This is Nick Gamer on The Rock.
But I know
All I can say is, wow, that's Nick Gamer. Suburban Cowboy is the name of his first album, and Pale Horse is the name of that. And, man, I just love that pedal steel. Who's playing that pedal steel?
That's Rick Pedrosa. He's a Portland musician.
Man, he's got a great feel. He's got a really great feel.
Yeah.
And this is, this is class all the way, because you're lying on a bearskin rug, and there's candles and roses. And I know you've got a sense of humor. It's just so funny. And you got a trucker's hat on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, so who are you touring with? You got a 5-piece? Who's in the band?
Yeah, we got a 5-piece band. Rick, like I was saying, he's playing pedal steel. And brought my good friend Johanna out. She's going to be playing stand-up bass. And then the guy who recorded the record, Brian Wallen, he's playing guitar. And my good buddy Huck Mulligan's going to be playing drums.
I can't wait. And you're coming this Sunday. Let's see. Yeah, Sunday, October 16th. It is it 7 p.m. at the Siren?
Yeah, that's right.
7 p.m. at the Siren in Morro Bay. And opening for you is your bass player, who's also a singer-songwriter. Her name is Johanna Rose. And you can check out nickgamermusic.com or johannarosemusic.com. And it is a free show. You have no excuse not to go to this show. And it's 7 to 9 p.m. And I think you're going to really enjoy playing at the Siren. It's even when people just show up not to hear music, as soon as you start playing, they're going to realize, oh, these guys are really good. So you got, you've got, let's see, 12 tracks on here. I bet you recorded a bunch more, but those are the ones that made it to the record. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, we did those songs. It's kind of during the thick of COVID, so we had a lot of stop and goes. But you got a bunch more coming.
So Suburban Cowboy, is this something you speak of from experience? Is it a play on words to Urban Cowboy?
Yeah, it's a play on words to that, and it's just it's Urban Cowboy, but 30 years later. So I mean, it's still a craze. People still like to dress up like cowboys.
Well, you're coming to Cowboy Central. I mean, not necessarily the Morro Bay, but in this county, there's a place called Paso Robles. And 2 nights ago, I went to see Willie Nelson and his family band, cool. Which is him and his son. I can't remember his son's first name, and a bass player, a snare drummer, not like even a full drum set, just a snare drummer, and then nice. And a harmonica player. And his son plays guitar, and Willie, of course, plays guitar, and that's it. And in years past, I've seen him with a big group. So in the audience, I would say that every fourth person had a big cowboy hat on. So,
right. Yeah.
It's really, the cowboy culture came out in droves for that show, and it was a great show. Willie is, 90, whatever he is. He was so fabulous.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that your influences had a lot to do with Graham Parsons or the Flying Burrito Brothers or maybe the Byrds country stuff. What did you listen to when you were younger?
I mean, Sweetheart of the Rodeo is probably my favorite record.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people.
I've listened, and of course, Graham Parsons and Emmylou. But yeah, they just went to Nashville to record that, and they just said they hired Nashville musicians, and they said, "Where do you want pedal steel?" And they just told them to play all over it. So it's kind of what I did too.
I really like what you did on this. It's beautifully recorded. And let's see, I've got the credits here somewhere. Oh, yes. So it was produced by Brian Wallen and yourself, Nick Gamer. Recorded and mixed by Brian at Kathmandu. CAT/man-do, Kathmandu, Portland, Oregon. Mastered by Adam Gonzalez at Telegram Mastering in Portland. So you're a Portland guy, right?
Yeah. I've been playing music there for, since I was a kid. But yeah, I've lived there and all over Oregon, down Southern Oregon and Eugene, Oregon. But yeah, I just have a lot of history with all these people on the record.
Do you ever play the big fair there, the Oregon State Fair?
Oh no, I've never played that.
Man, I think
That would be fun, though.
I think you'd be a big hit there. It's Americana Central. Let's hear Ballad of the Suburban Cowboy. This is Nick Gamer on The Rock. Isn't that amazing? That's Nick Gamer. His new album is Suburban Cowboy, and that is the Ballad of the Suburban Cowboy. And Nick Gamer is calling me from Portland, is it?
Eugene,
Oregon, right. And
yeah.
so what are Do you know the dates? Can you name off the dates and the places and the cities that you're playing on this tour? Oh, here, I've got it right here. I've got it right here.
Oh, you got?
Yeah, let's see. Where is it? I got a list. Where's that list? No, I lied. I'm sorry. I thought I had it.
So, tonight's Eugene, Oregon. Tomorrow we're going to be in Reno. And then Reno's Wednesday. San Francisco on Thursday.
Where are you playing in San Francisco?
Hotel Utah.
I've heard of that place. I've never been there.
Yeah,
heard of it, though.
It's a really old. It's been around since like the 1800s. It's a really old, like a saloon. Playing with Kevin Carducci and a honky tonk band called Crying Time, and they're really great.
Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, are you playing in Santa Cruz?
We're actually going up to Santa Rosa, playing the Lost Church there, and then we're playing Monterey at Pierce Ranch Vineyards, and then we got Morro Bay
at the Siren this Sunday.
Sunday at the Siren, yep. And then we're going to go down to San Diego, Long Beach, L.A., and then we're going to come on back up and do Oakhurst and Ashland, Oregon.
Oh, really? I have friends in Oakhurst. Where are you playing there?
Snowline Saloon.
Yeah, there's not that many places there. I'll have to tell them to go.
Yeah, it's a really cool spot. Like, looking forward to that too.
Well, so I don't know. I'm just taking a wild guess that you're in your 30s. Am I correct?
That's right. Yep, 34.
So, were you influenced by someone older to, like, Sweetheart of the Rodeo? I mean, that's before my time. I mean, not before my time, but when I was really young. But it was definitely before your time. So, who introduced you to that music? Was it another musician or family or friends or something?
I mean, like, I always played in bands with people like older than me, at least, sometimes like a decade about. And actually my first band, a father figure, was with my drummer now, Brian Wallen, and he got us. We started out as a honky tonk band, and so he introduced us to a lot of like really good stuff. So I think it kind of came from that.
Mm-hmm.
But my folks didn't listen to too much country music growing up, except for like maybe Garth Brooks. But
yeah, that's Garth. Garth is more like country pop. Wouldn't you say that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Hank Williams and Merle Haggard. The grittier stuff, which talked about real things and the music. And of course, Graham doesn't get any grittier than that. For him, right. I am a huge fan of his. I wonder what he would have been like had he not passed away so early. What he would be doing now, because I know that Emmylou Harris is still going strong. She's such an incredibly creative force in music, and still does a lot of collaborative work with people. Have you collaborated with? Now have you played on other people's records before this record?
Yeah, been in a lot of bands where I was, the songwriter. I was playing with Japanese Breakfast a handful of years ago when Michelle put out her first record, Psychopomp, and I was the guitarist in that band. And but I usually like to be writing the songs. That's where I feel most comfortable.
And who else is on this record? The principals on this record in terms of the players.
For Suburban Cowboy?
Yes.
We got, like I was saying, Brian Wallen, he plays guitar, banjo, drums. He kind of does it all. But my good buddy, James West, he's a musician from Eugene, Oregon. He plays drums on some tracks. Jimmy Prescott, who is a really great Portland bass player. He plays with G-Love and Special Sauce. He came and played stand-up bass and electric bass. And then my friend Lauren Hay, who I was in a band with for a little bit, she sings all over the record. So, yeah, she's the primary female voice on that.
Well, let's hear Sedona. This is Nick Gamer from Suburban Cowboy. It's Tuesday Lunch with Abe here on The Rock.
I can hear you breathing on the end of the line. There's nothing left to say. But we hang on for another moment or two, 'cause we know everything's about to change. It's midnight at a drugstop. Ooh, my eyes are bloodshot. Gonna drive all night, put some distance between us. A friend told me about this place north of Phoenix, Sedona.
Yeah, that's Sedona. Nick Gamer, Suburban Cowboy is the name of the record. Where can they go to get the physical CD? Is that your website?
Yeah, well, I go through Bandcamp
Okay.
to sell merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nickgamer.bandcamp.com is the place to get that. And you can also download it. Nick's on Instagram under Nick_gamer_music, and nickgamermusic.com for his website. And he's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and who knows where else out in the ether. So I'm really looking. Are you going to have the pedal steel player with you this Sunday at the Siren?
Yeah, he's coming along. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man, I'm excited. Is he playing a single or a double neck?
It's a single. Yeah.
And is it pedal steel or a lap steel?
Pedal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's we have a couple of really good players around here, but it's not something we see all that often, except when a touring band comes through, because there's not a lot of call for a pedal. The pedal steel players here are always busy. They're always working with multiple bands because they are so good. And in fact, I'm going to invite a couple of guys that play pedal steel just to see your guy, because I think they're going to really dig it.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. I was going to play Any Neon Sign. This sounds like Was this like, were you at a truck stop when you wrote this?
No, I wasn't, but I was in my room. But
Oh, in your room.
it was, yeah. I wrote the whole album during,
COVID.
it was COVID 2020, and it was also like fire season in Oregon, so no one was leaving the house.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
had plenty of time.
God, it was real bad. It was real bad here in 2020 as well. We had awful
that's
fires. And then you guys had, and is it finally out? There was one big one going up there recently. Is it still going?
No, we still got the Oak Ridge fire, which is like really still burning. So
That was something. Last time I read about
here.
that, it was 100-something thousand acres.
It's insane. Yeah, it's still going.
Well, here's Any Neon Sign. This is Nick Gamer from Suburban Cowboy, and you're tuned to KEBF Morro Bay, KZSR, Paso Robles, and guess what? It's Tuesday Lunch with Abe.
I am mystified, looking through your eyes. You're not innocent, and neither am I. In the pale moonlight, you see me as I am. Eyes of obsidian, skin of porcelain. Find your hand in the dark, take it in mine. I wonder where I am along your lifeline. You always said I'll hold you right up at the edge, but I'm not the man I used to be. I always took myself so seriously, but before you go, changing your mind again. Won't you take me out tonight in the pale moonlight so true? Any neon sign will do. Time keeps passing like sand through my hands, and all I'm asking is for a little piece of land, so I can build towards something and finally get ahead. Something that won't vanish soon as I cash my check, but before I go, changing my mind again. I've got a vision and I've got to see it through. Any neon sign will do. Like that wild hair and that look in your eyes says I wanna get into some trouble with you tonight. On the jukebox, Patsy singing, I love you so much that it hurts. Put your arms around me, darling, we don't have to say the words. Oh, I'll go anywhere with you, but any neon sign will do.
This is Tuesday Lunch with Abe here on The Rock. KEBF, Morro Bay, KZSR, Paso Robles. And thanks to all you guys listening by the stream in Spain, in Finland, in Arkansas, in Iowa. And it looks like someone's listening in Portland, I'm pretty sure. Then a bunch in California and who knows where else. Nick Gamer is my guest. Suburban Cowboy is the name of his. This is a debut album. I'm just blown away by that, Nick. It's so good. Every track. We just heard, what have we heard? Any Neon Sign? Is that what we just played?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And then,
That's right.
And then we're going to play Springtide next. And that one is number 10. And so I was amazed when you told me off the air that your pedal steel player came into the session having, I don't know, did he ever hear the tunes before? Or that was his first time?
I sent him some demos, which didn't really sound like the song. I might not have even been in a different key, but he adjusted really quick and just laid it down.
Man, he's such a soulful player. And I like the fact that your engineer mixed him in the background as if he's flying over everything, and there's a lot of nice reverb versus it just really works. Whoever, let's see, who was your engineer? Well, I don't know. It could have been the mastering as well. Adam
Brian
Guns.
Wallen.
Oh, Brian Wallen. Okay, at Kathmandu, Portland, Oregon. Which, if you heard the beginning of that last track, you heard the train. Well, the train is literally next to the recording studio.
Yeah.
So do you ever, God, you could get so, you know what? You should probably have him record a whole bunch of train stuff. God, you could send that around because people all love to have train stuff on there. In fact, there's a whole album of train songs. Oh, let me look for it here. I've got it here. Just came out. It's called Americana Railroad. Have you heard about this? It's on.
No, I haven't.
It's on BMG Records. Carla Olson of the Textones, a long time ago, but Stephen McCarthy, Carla Olson, Rocky Burnett, Peter Case, John Fogerty, Dust Bowl Revival, Gary Myrick, Dave Alvin, and a lot of other James Indeveld. A lot of other great people are on this. It's all train songs. So, God, if they'd only known about that, they could have put a train signal, train sound in between every song. Well, you are going to be playing this Sunday. Listeners, if you're not doing anything on Sunday, or even if you are doing something Sunday, maybe it's time that you change your plans and come to this free Sunday, October 16th, 7 p.m. show at the Siren, featuring my guest, Nick Gamer, and his full band. And he's also, it's going to be opening by Johanna Rose, who's your bass player, right?
That's right, yeah.
So check out his music, nickgamermusic.com or johannarosemusic.com, and it speaks for itself. You'll want to come to the show. And I don't know if you'll
Johanna just put out a great album, too, an EP called Can't Love You From the Ground. And that's a fresh one. So
is she going to be bringing those as CDs to the show?
Yep.
Well, tell her to reserve one for me.
Okay, I will.
And let's see, we've got time for two more, and I'm going to play these in succession. So I'm going to start off with Springtide, and then we're going to play Midnight Angel. That's your choice. And Nick, I'm just going to say this again. I know I'm gushing, but this is an incredible debut record, and I just hope that because you're doing all this, it's all organic. You're doing it all yourself. You're booking your shows. This is a typical thing for most musicians, is that you're booking, you're contacting the radio stations. You've reached out to me. I was amazed, I guess through the Siren, and then it's just a lot of work, but. I'm hoping that maybe even a major label picks up this record and puts it out because it's certainly worthy of it. It should be a hit record. There's so much good stuff on here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Springtide, is this Springtide like Ocean Tide?
Yeah, that's right.
What is it about? A real thing? Is it about a place or circumstances? What is it?
I mean, there's a lot of like spring imagery in the song, and the spring tide is obviously like the moon cycle tide situation. So they're not really connected, but I like the title.
I like it too. It's good.
So I went with it.
And then Midnight Angel. Is there a story that goes behind that one?
No, but I named my band after it, so.
Oh, that's right.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nick Gamer and the Midnight Angels. And, yeah, that is a great name for a band. Well, I will really look forward to seeing you this Sunday at 7 o'clock at the Siren. It is a free show. Listeners, don't miss this. This is going to be a really cool show. And you get to meet Nick, and maybe he'll even sign his CD for you. And Johanna Rose, meet her too. It's going to be a good night of music Sunday night. And it's an early night. It won't go too late. It'll only go to about 9 o'clock. So even though it's a school night, you can get home in plenty of time to have that warm bowl of soup and and get into your flannel pajamas. So thanks again, Nick. I will see you this Sunday, and thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me, and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
is like a wild goose, wanders all around everywhere, trembles and it shakes till every tree's loose. It rolls the meadows and it rolls the meadows. So take me down to your dance floor. I won't mind people when they stare. Paint a different color on your front door, and tomorrow we will still be there. Jesus built a ship to sing a song to. It sails the river and it sails the tide. Some of my friends don't know who they belong to. Some can't get a single thing to work inside. So take me down to your dance floor, and I won't mind the people when they stare. Paint a different color on your front door, and tomorrow we will still be there. I loved you every day, and now I'm leaving, and I can see the sorrow in your eyes. I hope you know a lot more than you're believing. Just so the sun don't hurt you when you cry. Oh, take me down to your dance floor. I won't mind the people when they stare. Paint a different color on your front door. And tomorrow we may still be there. And tomorrow we may still be there. We've all got wheels to take ourselves away. We got telephones to say what we can't say. We've all got higher and higher every day. Come on, wheels, take this boy away. We're not afraid to ride. We're not afraid to die. Come on, wheels, take me home today. Come on, wheels, take this boy away. Now when I feel my time is almost up and destiny is in my right hand, I'll turn to Him who made my faith so strong. Come on, wheels, make this boy a man. We're not afraid to ride. We're not I can spit to the wind, I can cry to the sky, but there ain't no one else on this mountainside. No, there ain't no one else on this mountainside. I can bury the hatchet doused in